listening to my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jodie and Hayesy on Nova.
Welcome to the podcast. Really, really special occasion because something that really, really tickles me in all the right areas is the Monday morning joke off. But what happens with the Monday morning joke off, just to really peel back the curtains, is we put through a lot of jokes to the big boy upstairs, and that is Jesus Christ. No, definitely not to Jesus, because he'd say no to all of them. Josh McCabe is our boss, and a lot of them he says, "Are you kidding, you absolute clown? Do you think that you could possibly say that on the radio?" You can't, because you'd get at least a written warning. And then we say, okay, better save that for the podcast. And here we are.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Let's just all deliver our filthiest joke, can we?
This is so newsreader Abbey sweet spot.
Isn't it?
Oh my God.
I have a folder on Instagram, and I've been saving them into that.
Yeah.
And these are, I've sent a few of them to our boss Josh, and he is like, if I could fire you, I would.
Yeah. Police came in, seized Abby's computer, went through some of these jokes, and a lot of them now have PTSD.
Yeah.
So
They threw it back at me and said, "You're disgusting, and we're not even going to bother locking you up because it's just filthy."
Because you somehow find a way to break out. All right, I'll kick us off if you don't mind.
Oh, sure.
Off you go then.
A couple little dirty jokes. Special shout out as well to Toby from Newport from this one.
No. Google Toby from Newport.
Google Toby from Newport. Oh, it's one of the all-time great stitch-ups on radio.
Yep.
It happened in Sydney. Kid got on there. We don't know if it's actually real or not in terms of a kid just pretending to be nice and young.
Oh, wait, you're actually telling the Toby from Newport story?
The second one.
Okay.
So, Toby from Newport told this outrageous joke. It was so ridiculous, offended everybody. And then no one heard from Toby from Newport for years and years later.
Yeah, right.
Caught up the same radio station and claimed to be the Toby from Newport.
Yep.
And his joke went a little bit something like this. He said, what's the difference between a chickpea and a lentil? And they said, "Oh, I'm not sure, Toby, what is it?" And he said, "Well, I've never had a lentil on my face." Oh my gosh. And the guys didn't even get it. It went straight over their heads.
Yeah, right. Did it go straight over your head first?
Didn't go over my head though, Abs. I was all over it. All right, I'll give you one more joke.
Right.
Here's one for you. What's the difference between purple and pink?
What's the difference between purple and pink?
Purple and pink, well, of course, the grip. What?
I don't get it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't get it.
I'm not mansplaining that to you, Jodes.
What's the difference between purple and pink?
What's the difference between purple and pink? And
The
think
grip.
about if you grip something really
Gripping
hard.
something in
might
particular.
change.
Can't say that!
It's already been said. These are the jokes that we weren't allowed to say on air.
If you think that's bad, though, you're going to boot me out of here.
Okay. Do you want me to go next?
Yeah, you go next.
All right. So we're in a nunnery, and the head nun tells the two new nuns that they have to paint their room without getting paint on their clothes. So the one nun says to the other, "Hey, let's take all our clothes off, fold them up and lock the door." So they do this and begin painting the room, naturally. Soon they hear a knock at the door and they ask, "Who is it?" And the guy yells out, "Blind man." And then the nuns look at each other, and then one nun says, "He's blind, he can't see, what could it possibly hurt?" So they let him in. And the blind man walks in and says, "Hey, nice tits. Where do you want me to hang the blinds?"
Excellent.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. That was great.
I said the word tits and I feel dirty.
Bing, bang, boom, you're fired. Oh, that's good. What else you got?
Oh, okay. You want another one?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
All right. Okay. A farmer goes out and buys a new... Oh, we're on a farm now.
Yeah,
So we've
okay,
gone
cool.
from the nunnery to a farm.
Wow, two different worlds.
Yeah. A farmer goes out and buys a new young rooster. As soon as he brings him home, the young rooster rushes out and makes love to all 50 of the farmer's hens. Oh, it's a podcast. I can say screws. Screws all 150 of the farmer's hens. The farmer is very impressed. At lunchtime, the young rooster again screws all the 150 hens.
Jeez, busy
Wow.
boy.
Wowee.
The farmer's just not as impressed anymore, but he's a bit more worried. So the next morning, not only is the rooster screwing the hens, but he's also screwing the turkeys, the ducks, and even the cow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Later, the farmer looks out into the barnyard and finds the rooster stretched out limp as a rag, his eyes closed, dead, and vultures circling overhead. The farmer runs out, looks down at the young rooster's limp body and says, "You deserved it, you horny little bastard." And the young rooster opens one eye, points up to the vultures with a wink and says, "Shh, they're about to land."
What a little deviant.
Jeez, what a little horny.
Devious little rooster.
Yeah.
Little horny
Wow,
rooster.
That's roosters for you, though, isn't
That's
it?
what they used to call Abs back in the day, little horny rooster.
Horny little
Correct.
rooster. Classic.
Back in my time.
There you go. All right, Abs, bring us home.
All right, mine are filthy and disgusting. I cannot believe I'm going to do this, but
All right.
whatever. All right, first one. What does a burnt pizza, pregnant woman, and frozen beer have in common?
Hang on. A burnt pizza,
Pregnant woman
pregnant woman.
and a frozen beer have in common?
What's that?
A person who didn't pull out in time.
Oh, my gosh. All different examples. Not pulling out in time, apparently. I don't get it, though.
Yeah, you probably
I don't
wouldn't.
get it.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't because
Care to explain,
you are Christian and you have, no funny times before marriage.
I've got 3 kids, a strike rate of 3 from 3. All right, I'm a bit nervous now on a joke number 2.
Okay, number 2. It's a little bit longer. A young boy was out in the garden when a bee landed on a plant. He knocked it off and stood on it and killed it. The dad couldn't believe it. He yelled at him and said, "No honey for you for a month." Same thing happens with a butterfly. The young boy kills it and the dad says, "Oh, no butter for you for a month."
Oh.
The whole family is then sitting on the couch that night when Mum jumps up and kills a cockroach. The little boy says to his dad, "Are you going to tell her or am I?"
That is good. Nice finish, Abs.
Oh, dear.
Oh, wow.
Now, I do have one final one because, it's the off-air podcast and
Okay.
it's filthy and this is absolutely disgusting and I can't believe I'm going to do it, but I think it would be good to finish on.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
It's a little riddle of a fable.
Yep.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a bed. Little Bo Peep was giving him head.
Oh, my gosh.
Just as he came, she started to weep. She could tell from the taste he'd been shagging a sheep.
That's what you get. The joke before
I know.
was fantastic. I was like, I've just got one more. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go.
Hang on. If she can tell that one, I can probably tell this one.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
Should I?
Try
Yeah.
and outdo yourselves, you dirty birds.
We can always cut it out
Yeah.
if it's too much. All right.
Okay.
A little boy and his friends are being called bastards and bitches by the bullies at school. So the boy goes home naturally and says, "Dad, what are bastards and bitches?" And his dad replies, "Bitches are ladies and bastards are gentlemen." Then the boy goes upstairs to see his mum. As he enters the room, he accidentally drops a perfume bottle and his mum says, "Shit. Mum, what is shit?" And she says, "It's perfume. Don't worry about it." So he goes to see his dad, who's carving up a chicken, and his dad cuts himself and he yells out, "F***." And the boy asks, "Dad, what does f*** mean?" And Dad says, "Preparing." So then he follows his dad upstairs. A few minutes later, his mum and dad are about to do the deed when his dad says, "Where are the condoms?" The little boy asks, "What are condoms?" And his father says, "Condoms are coats and jackets." So the following night, his father invites over some very important business clients and the boy opens the door for them and says, "Hello. Please come in, bastards and bitches. Hang your condoms up there. My mum is upstairs rubbing shit on her face and my dad is downstairs f***ing the chicken." And I'm fired and cancelled and all
Wow.
those things.
Everything. So long, Jodie. See you later.
Oh dear.
Brilliant, guys. Well done.